Over the last two episodes, we looked at what road ragers are really angry about, and how chronic anger, chronic stress, certain personality traits, and a specific mental disorder can amplify it. We covered the neuroscience, the psychology, and how Buddhist philosophy frames it. Today I want to share some tools I found for those on the receiving end, because 89% of Americans report having been a victim of road rage, which means for most of us, this is not hypothetical. Maybe you've been honked at aggressively, tailgated, cut off deliberately, followed, maybe screamed at through a window, maybe something worse. As mentioned before, road rage is used here as an umbrella term for the full behavioral continuum. Today is about you, what to do, what to feel, and how to carry or not carry what just happened. The single most important thing to understand is this. It's not about you. Not because that's a comforting thing to say, because it's neurologically accurate. The driver who just erupted at you is not reacting to you as a person. They don't know you. They're responding to a shape, a vehicle, through a nervous system that is already overwhelmed, already full, already looking for somewhere to discharge. You just happen to be the nearest available target. Remembering this is not just philosophically useful, it's practical. Because if it's not about you, then there's nothing to win here, nothing to defend, and nothing to prove. Your only job in that moment is to protect yourself and anyone in the car with you. Psychology confirms this directly. The angry driver doesn't know you at all. They're angry at the situation and looking for an outlet for their rage. It's their hostile attribution bias running the show. Their brain has a tendency to read ambiguous actions as deliberate provocations. You're not the cause. You're the occasion. Let's start with tools for mild road rage, because that covers the most common experiences: aggressive honking, tailgating, hostile gestures, someone pulling up beside you and staring, and someone cutting you off deliberately. Number 1, do not engage, do not match. This is the foundational rule, and it has solid psychological backing. Tit-for-tat responses are one of the biggest escalation triggers on the road. Responding to a gesture with a gesture, to a honk with a honk, to aggression with aggression, this sends both nervous systems deeper into threat mode. At least one driver must remain calm, and it might as well be you. The research on de-escalation is unambiguous. Non-engagement is the most effective response to low-level aggression. Number 2, do not make eye contact. This is not timidity. It's backed by neuroscience. Direct eye contact in a confrontational situation signals challenge and can escalate threat perception in the other driver's already activated amygdala. Stare straight ahead. Let them pass. Let them recede. Number 3, create physical distance immediately. Distance is safety. You can change lanes, take an exit, slow down, and let them speed fast. The goal is to remove yourself from their orbit as quickly and calmly as possible. Try not to break check or weave. Continue signaling normally, because predictable, calm behavior removes the ambiguity that the hostile attribution bias feeds on. Number 4, use your breath. This is not a cliche, it's a physiological tool. Diaphragmatic breathing, which means slow deep breaths from your belly instead of your chest, directly activates your parasympathetic nervous system and lowers your cortisol and heart rate. This is real physiological intervention. Just a few slow exhales that are longer than your inhales can start to move your nervous system out of the threat mode within seconds. Number 5, the Buddhist second arrow mental switch. After the incident, the first arrow has already landed. Someone honked at you, cut you off, screamed something. That's done. The second arrow is everything your mind does with it. The replaying, the fantasizing about what you should have said, the 10-minute internal argument, the residual adrenaline you carry into the next hour of your day. The Buddhist practice here is to notice the second arrow as soon as it starts flying, and to choose not to shoot it deeper. Name what happened. I was startled. I felt threatened. I feel angry now. Then, let the narrative stop there. The other driver is already gone. The incident is over. Every moment you spend replaying it is a moment you're choosing to extend their impact on your nervous system, at no cost to them whatsoever. Number 6, travel with the Taoist Wu Wei on the road. The Taoist Wu Wei means non-forcing, yielding rather than meeting force with force. It's an ideal response to mild road rage. Yielding is not weakness. It's knowing you cannot overpower a dysregulated nervous system with an equally dysregulated response. With Wu Wei, you flow around the obstacle. You let it pass. You arrive safely, with peace. Now let's move on to the tools I found for severe road rage. This is a completely different category. Being followed, being deliberately rammed or sideswiped, someone getting out of their car, a weapon being displayed. These are not emotional regulation problems anymore. They're safety emergencies. The rules are different here. Number 1, do not stop your car. Even if someone is honking, cutting you off, or trying to force you to pull over, do not stop. Stopping invites confrontation. Keep moving, calmly and deliberately. Number 2, do not go home if you're being followed. This is one of the most critical and least known rules. If an aggressive driver is following you, do not drive to your home. You don't want a stranger in a rage state knowing where you live. Drive to a police station, fire station, hospital, or any busy, well-lit public location. Most road ragers may disengage when they see you heading toward a police station, and if they don't, you're now in the safest possible environment. Number 3, call the emergency services number for your country. 911 in the US, 999 in the UK, 112 across the EU, and so on. This is not an overreaction, because road rage is a criminal offense in most jurisdictions. If you feel threatened, if you're being followed, if a weapon is visible, call immediately. Provide the vehicle's license plate number, make, model, color, and your current location. If you cannot safely use your phone, honk your horn continuously to alert surrounding drivers that something's wrong. Number 4, stay in your car. Lock your doors, windows up. Your car is your primary barrier. Do not exit the vehicle for any reason, unless your physical safety inside it is more compromised than outside, which is rare. Do not roll down your window. Do not open the door. If the other driver exits their vehicle and approaches, lean on your horn continuously to draw attention. Number 5, document when safe to do so. If a passenger can safely record the license plate, vehicle description, and incident, do so. This evidence supports police action and any subsequent legal proceedings. However, do not attempt to document if it compromises your ability to drive safely or increases your exposure. Number 6, do not minimize what happened after a severe incident. Severe road rage incidents can leave real psychological residue. Hypervigilance while driving, anxiety on the road, intrusive replaying of the incident, or elevated startle responses. These are normal trauma responses to an abnormal event. If symptoms persist beyond a few days, or if you find your driving behavior significantly changed by the experience, speaking with a trauma-informed therapist is necessary. A single frightening incident is sufficient to create avoidance patterns that compound over time if left unaddressed. I myself am a good example of this. I learned to drive at 18 and stopped driving for years because I didn't like how much road rage there was on the road. Now, let's talk about the anger that doesn't disappear when the other car does. Being on the receiving end of someone else's explosive rage, even just briefly, even without physical harm, is a violation. Your nervous system was hijacked. Your safety was threatened. You did nothing wrong. But now you're sitting with a body full of adrenaline, a mind full of replay, and possibly a shame spiral, asking whether you caused it. You did not cause it. We already established that. But the anger you feel is real, and it deserves somewhere to go that isn't suppression. If it was mild, write it down. Write down what happened, what you felt, what your body did. Getting it onto a page moves it out of the nervous system. The pen and paper method I mentioned before applies here. You can also use my anger logbooks. If the anger was severe, please seek professional help. Locking that anger in and letting it build up after a frightening incident is one of the conditions that allows it to calcify into something bigger. As I said before, anger dumpers pay a massive price. From the Buddhist teachings we covered last time, the person who raged at you on the road was not free. They were in the grip of their own habit energy, their own full stress bucket, their own accumulated wounds that desperately need a convenient exit. What they did is unacceptable, and their behavior said everything about their inner state, and nothing about yours. Your anger at being targeted is clean. It's appropriate. Use it to check in with yourself, to tend to your nervous system, to make sure you're truly okay in the long run. Road rage mostly revealed the anger that ragers carry. Knowing this, really knowing it, is critical in moving us through someone else's storm without becoming part of it. I hope you find this useful and will never need any of it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And thank you. Your curiosity and willingness to translate anger are received and appreciated.